Across bustling cities and quiet towns alike, condensed milk has carved a unique place in culinary traditions around the globe. In the streets of Saigon, vendors pour it into iced coffee, creating the iconic Café Suada that has cooled generations of locals under the tropical sun. This beverage, with its rich, creamy texture, has become more than a drink. It is a symbol of Vietnamese urban culture, a daily ritual linking past and present. In Bangkok, it swirls into vibrant orange tea Cheyenne, which is sold from countless street carts and markets, offering a sweet respite to both students and laborers. Hong Kong's Da Pai Dong stalls have relied on it for decades to thicken milk tea, serving dock workers, office employees, and families alike. A comforting taste that has remained virtually unchanged for 50 years. Meanwhile, in Brazil, families lovingly cook condensed milk into rich fudges and caramelized treats, rolling them by hand in kitchens filled with the scent of sugar and vanilla. Across continents and cultures, this thick, golden liquid is celebrated not just for its taste, but for its versatility, transforming simple ingredients into indulgent, nourishing delights. What may surprise many is that condensed milk was not originally invented for the pleasures of coffee, tea, or dessert. Its creation was rooted in a far more urgent and sobering purpose: to save lives. During the 19th century, contaminated milk claimed the lives of countless children, especially during long sea voyages, rural journeys, and in regions lacking refrigeration. Gale Borden Jr., the man behind condensed milk, witnessed these tragedies firsthand, and it reshaped the trajectory of his life and career. Before this innovation, milk could spoil rapidly, leading to deadly consequences, and parents often had no means to protect their children from its dangers. The invention of condensed milk was not merely a culinary pursuit, it was a humanitarian solution born from the intersection of tragedy, necessity, and human ingenuity. Despite its simple appearance today, the development of condensed milk was neither straightforward nor inevitable. The product that now graces cafes, kitchens, and markets worldwide was conceived by a man whose previous ventures had failed spectacularly. Borden's path to success was paved with relentless experimentation, repeated setbacks, and an unwavering determination to solve a real problem. His story exemplifies the resilience required to turn innovation into enduring legacy, illustrating how practical solutions to urgent problems often ripple far beyond their original intent. Gale Borden Jr. was born in New York in 1801 into an era of rapid industrial expansion and uncharted American frontiers. From an early age, he exhibited a restless curiosity and an inventive spirit, often seeking solutions to practical problems that others overlooked. His early career involved surveying vast tracts of land across Texas, helping plan the nascent city of Galveston, and engaging in ventures that tested the limits of contemporary technology and logistics. Among his most ambitious early efforts was the development of a dehydrated meat product known as the meat cracker, designed to sustain soldiers during long military campaigns. While the invention earned a gold medal at the London exhibition for its ingenuity, it failed in practical application. The United States Army found it unpalatable, and in some cases, it made soldiers physically ill. These setbacks, rather than deterring Borden, instilled in him a profound understanding of the gap between theoretical innovation and real-world utility. Tragedy struck in 1851 during a voyage home from London. The ship carried cows intended to supply fresh milk, but the animals fell ill, and the milk they produced became contaminated. Children aboard the vessel consumed the tainted milk, resulting in fatalities. For Borden, this horrific event eclipsed all previous failures, transforming his professional focus. The meat cracker, experimental amphibious wagons, and urban planning projects suddenly seemed insignificant compared to the pressing need for safe milk. He became determined to find a solution that could prevent the deaths of children due to contaminated milk, a problem that was widespread and often invisible to the general public. This sense of urgency and moral imperative would define the next chapter of his life, steering him toward a remarkable scientific and industrial achievement. In pursuit of a safe milk product, Borden immersed himself in research and experimentation. He visited a shaker community in New York where he observed a vacuum pan, a sealed device capable of boiling liquids at lower temperatures to preserve nutrients and prevent scorching. Inspired, he spent 2 years adapting this technology for milk, removing approximately 60% of its water content while adding sugar as a natural preservative. These innovations faced resistance from patent officials who initially dismissed his method as unoriginal. After a 3-year legal struggle, Borden secured a patent in 1856, formalizing the foundation of condensed milk. Even with legal recognition, commercial success remained elusive. His first factory in Connecticut failed within a year, followed by a second, both victims of economic instability and the logistical challenges inherent in 19th century industrial food production. Borden's perseverance, however, set the stage for a transformative product that would revolutionize both nutrition and cuisine worldwide. The production of condensed milk begins with the freshest whole milk carefully collected from local farms and delivered to the factory within hours of milking. This rapid transfer is essential to ensure quality and prevent bacterial contamination. Borden instituted what he called the Dairyman's 10 Commandments, a stringent set of hygiene and handling standards that suppliers were required to follow meticulously. These commandments included washing cows' udders before milking, maintaining spotless barns, and scalding and drying all strainers twice daily. These practices predated pasteurization by decades, demonstrating Borden's forward-thinking approach to public health and food safety. Once collected, the milk underwent gentle heating to approximately 70 degrees Celsius, 158 degrees Fahrenheit, carefully chosen to eliminate harmful bacteria without damaging the milk's delicate flavor profile. The heated milk then entered the vacuum pan, a sealed chamber where air pressure is significantly reduced. Under these conditions, water evaporates at a much lower temperature between 40 degrees and 50 degrees Celsius, rather than the standard 100 degrees Celsius boiling point. This process is critical as conventional high-heat boiling destroys proteins, denatures vitamins, and caramelizes sugars, resulting in a bitter, scorched taste. The vacuum pan allows water to escape slowly without damaging the milk's structure, preserving its creamy texture, natural sweetness, and essential nutrients. Over the course of several hours, roughly 60% of the milk's water content is removed, transforming it from a thin, perishable liquid into a thick, concentrated substance. This careful concentration step not only enhances the flavor and texture, but also lays the groundwork for the preservative effects that follow. Borden's meticulous attention to temperature, pressure, and timing reflects both scientific precision and practical ingenuity. The vacuum pan method became a cornerstone of condensed milk production, enabling a product that could withstand transportation over long distances and storage under conditions that would normally spoil fresh milk. In essence, it turned milk into a reliable, safe, and versatile ingredient for the modern kitchen. Once the milk has been concentrated, sugar is introduced in carefully calibrated amounts, raising the sugar concentration to roughly 45% of the total volume. This step is far more than a flavor enhancement. It is the key to the milk's extraordinary shelf stability. In scientific terms, the concept at work is water activity, which measures the amount of free water available for microbial growth. Pure water has a water activity of 1.0, and most pathogenic bacteria require at least 0.91 to thrive. By increasing the sugar concentration, Borden effectively lowered the water activity of condensed milk to about 0.83, creating an environment inhospitable to virtually all common bacteria. Unlike sterilization, which relies on high heat to kill microbes, sugar works by depriving them of the water necessary for growth, essentially starving potential pathogens. This principle is what distinguishes sweetened condensed milk from evaporated milk. Both products begin with the same vacuum concentration process, yet evaporated milk contains no added sugar. As a result, its water activity remains sufficiently high to support bacterial growth, requiring sterilization at high temperatures and refrigeration after opening. Condensed milk, however, achieves food safety through its sugar content, eliminating the need for refrigeration, and allowing it to remain stable for months even under hot and humid conditions. A remarkable advantage in the mid-19th century when ice and cold storage were rare luxuries. After sugar is thoroughly incorporated, the condensed milk is carefully poured into tin-coated steel cans and sealed airtight. Each 10-ounce can contains roughly 1,300 calories, making it not only shelf-stable, but also a dense source of nutrition. The airtight seal prevents contamination from external sources, while the high sugar concentration continues to inhibit microbial growth. This combination of chemistry and engineering transformed a highly perishable commodity into a reliable, long-lasting food source. The resulting product was simple yet profound, a life-saving innovation that could be stored, transported, and used anywhere from bustling cities to remote regions without fear of spoilage. The practical advantages of condensed milk became immediately evident during the American Civil War, which erupted in 1861. The Union Army faced severe logistical challenges, particularly when it came to providing perishable foods to troops stationed in the hot and humid southern states. Fresh milk spoiled quickly in the intense heat, making it unreliable for feeding soldiers. Condensed milk, with its reduced water content, high sugar concentration, and airtight packaging, proved remarkably resilient. It could survive long journeys without refrigeration, maintaining both safety and nutritional value. Recognizing this, the Union Army placed its first order of 500 pounds, initiating a relationship that would propel condensed milk into widespread use. By 1863, Borden's factory was producing an astonishing 14,000 quarts of condensed milk daily. The scale of production was unprecedented, demonstrating the industrial potential of the product. Borden strategically licensed his patent nationwide, enabling other manufacturers to replicate his methods while maintaining quality standards. The product's popularity was not limited to soldiers. Returning veterans and their families continued to use condensed milk in everyday cooking, appreciating its convenience flavor and nutritional benefits. The transition from military rations to civilian kitchens illustrates the adaptability and enduring appeal of Borden's innovation. The global impact of condensed milk extended far beyond the United States. Colonial supply chains transported it across the Pacific, Southeast Asia, South Asia, and Latin America, where it quickly became integrated into local cuisines. In Vietnam, street vendors combined it with dark roasted coffee and ice to create the iconic Café Suada, a daily staple in urban life. In Thailand, it sweetened chayan, the bright orange tea sold by street vendors, while in Hong Kong it became essential for milk tea served to laborers, students, and families. In India, condensed milk replaced labor-intensive boiling methods in traditional sweets, ensuring consistent flavor and quality. Brazilian households transformed it into dulce de leche, boiling sealed cans to create a caramelized treat that connects generations through shared culinary practice. What began as a life-saving innovation in the United States evolved into a beloved ingredient across continents, demonstrating the extraordinary reach of a simple, adaptable product. The cultural and culinary impact of condensed milk is both profound and multifaceted, touching everyday life across 4 continents. In Asia, it transformed ordinary beverages into iconic drinks, celebrated for both flavor and convenience. In Vietnam, the combination with iced coffee became a daily ritual, linking generations through the simple pleasure of a creamy, sweet beverage. The ritual of pouring condensed milk over strong, dark coffee not only enhances taste, but also conveys cultural continuity, evoking memories of family gatherings and street-side cafes that have stood the test of time. In Thailand, its use in chayan brightened the vibrant orange tea served from countless street carts, offering students, workers, and locals a small daily indulgence that became a symbol of local culinary identity. Hong Kong's Da Pai Dong milk tea tradition similarly demonstrates how condensed milk shapes taste preferences and social practices, reflecting the resilience of heritage even amid urban modernization. In South America, the impact is equally striking. In Brazil, households use condensed milk to create dulce de leche, a rich, caramelized confection that is both a daily treat and a centerpiece for celebrations. Families often boil sealed cans on stoves, producing a golden, creamy dessert that connects generations through shared culinary practice. In India, condensed milk revolutionized sweet preparation, replacing labor-intensive, slow-cooked recipes with a safer, faster alternative while preserving traditional flavors. Festivals and everyday meals alike were enhanced by the versatility and consistency of this ingredient. Across these regions, condensed milk became more than an ingredient. It became a medium for comfort, nostalgia, and creative expression in home kitchens and street stalls alike. The journey of condensed milk underscores the power of a simple, adaptable product to permeate diverse cultures and culinary traditions. Its global diffusion illustrates how an innovation initially created for a humanitarian purpose, protecting children from contaminated milk, could evolve into a culinary staple, cherished in households, cafes, and street markets around the world. Across 4 continents, the product is embraced not because of marketing campaigns or formal instructions, but because of its simplicity, flexibility, and reliability, allowing people everywhere to adopt it creatively and meaningfully. The story of condensed milk is a testament to the unexpected ways in which a solution to a practical problem can resonate, culturally enriching cuisines, shaping habits, and connecting communities through flavor and tradition. Reflecting on the history and global impact of condensed milk, it is evident that its success was neither accidental nor fully anticipated. Gale Borden Jr. invented it with a singular, urgent purpose: to save children from the lethal consequences of contaminated milk. He could not have foreseen that his creation would feed soldiers during a brutal war, cross oceans to foreign lands, or embed itself into the daily routines and culinary traditions of countless cultures. Yet the simplicity, adaptability, and reliability of condensed milk enabled it to transcend its original intention, becoming a universally embraced staple. Condensed milk exemplifies the power of necessity-driven innovation. By preserving nutrients, extending shelf life, and withstanding challenging transportation and storage conditions, it provided a practical solution to both everyday and extraordinary challenges. Beyond mere utility, it shaped the culinary landscape of numerous societies. From the streets of Saigon, where it sweetens iced coffee, to the bustling tea stalls of Hong Kong, the vibrant markets of Thailand, Indian sweets kitchens, and Brazilian homes crafting dulce de leche condensed milk has bridged continents through flavor tradition and shared experience. It became a symbol of comfort, continuity, and culinary ingenuity, illustrating how a life-saving invention can ripple across cultures in unexpected and enduring ways. Borden's journey from repeated failures, such as the ill-fated meat biscuit and experimental wagons, to revolutionary success, underscores the resilience required to turn ideas into lasting legacies. While he did not live to witness the full scope of his impact, his vision continues to resonate every time condensed milk is poured, stirred, or boiled around the world. The story of condensed milk is ultimately a tale of tragedy transformed into sustenance of science and practical ingenuity combined, and of a simple, flexible idea that grew to have monumental cultural and culinary significance. It reminds us that some of the most enduring inventions succeed not because every use was planned, but because they are robust, adaptable, and simple enough to be embraced by anyone, anywhere in ways the inventor could never have imagined.